brand new tub. I'm Mike.
I'm Joe.
And this is Cart Life TV. What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. It's Cart Life TV, live in the garage today. We got a cool episode today. We're gonna be working on the airbag cart. Got a ton of wiring done in between other episodes and things we've been working on here, project-wise. Can't wait to show you that. Joe here picked up a ton of stuff from Powder Coat 2, and that's back. You can kind of see it behind me here. We got the steering column on because we've been starting to put some things back together. We're gonna be working on this in a little while and showing you all the updates in the wiring and how our control panel works, because it finally works, right?
Yeah.
Almost burnt the house down, but that's okay. We worked through it. And we also got, check that out back there. We got a neon sign. We fell victim to one of those Facebook timeline ads right there, and straight from China. We got our first Cart Life LED neon sign. It is really cool. We're going to hang that in the garage somewhere, but we wanted to plug it in today to show you guys. All right, let's get to it. We got some shout outs. First one today is going to Richard Gant. He made us this really cool hat. His company is North Edisto Custom Hat Company. Richard Gant, thank you, dude. 803-413-4588. He does these really cool leather patch hats. He sent us one with the DS on it.
Super high quality.
It's really nice. Yeah, it's really nice. So thank you, man. Great way to get your brand out there. It's nice. Maybe we'll order some of those from him. Put them in the online store. They're pretty cool. Speaking of hats, we also have our USA 25 Cart Life hats available in our online store. Make sure you check that out at lowspeedliving.com. They're shipping today in time for the holiday. And another shout out goes to Christian Dobbins. He actually sent us a set of spindles for the airbag carts. We have a second set now so we can fabricate disc brakes for this thing. It's going to be awesome. I'm excited to do that, man. All right, you want to get to the update on the airbag cart, dude?
Yep. I'll film you because you did all the work.
All right.
It's wiring.
Let's check it out. I'm gonna go to the switch panel over here because this is something that we've been working on for a while. So you guys know the Rhino battery comes with the little screen with the button on it. We took that apart completely, which is crazy. And we actually separated and isolated the wiring for the LED smart battery monitor right there. We isolated that from the screen and the power on button for the battery. So it had 7 wires running through it. Down here somewhere, we brought that 7-wire plug from the battery, comes from back here. Brought that up. Over here I spliced into it and I ran 4 wires, which is, it's 3 wires plus the power. And then over here, for the button here, we ran another 4 wires and made a separate harness for the power button. So we can actually power the battery on from our switch panel here. Just like that. You'll see, look. Everything turns on. It actually works. So we have our little screen and we have our switch panel here with full power on it now. We have our aux beam 8 here. We got only 2 buttons hooked up right now, and I'll show you exactly how the wiring for that is in a second. But we can turn our air system on. It's going to be loud for a second. Right there. And the air tank is filling, right? Over here is our air system controls. So we have power buttons to turn the air shocks on. The airbags on the front and the back. And these, you've seen these before, these are the up and down buttons for the air system. So that's all right there. And that works really well. Up here in the dead center, we have our reverse neutral drive switch. Really cool. That's got power now too. And we ran everything in the back here. You can see the back. We ran everything into harnesses, and we actually build these now. These are custom harnesses with Molex plugs. I got really good at like soldering and crimping those connectors and AV.
You only did 3,000 of them.
I know. And we got a couple switches down here for some other things that are kind of for surprises down the road. We're not going to get into that yet, but this is our main switch panel. It's going to be mounted probably center here. I want to give a shout out to Jay Riggs too. He's from Baby Rigs. You've seen him on Facebook. He makes all those really cool custom carbon fiber dashes and custom miniature, like custom bodies for golf carts. I know he's working on like like some donks, and he does some like really cool trucks and cars and things like that. He's actually going to be building us a complete custom fiberglass dashboard for this golf cart. So we're really excited about that too.
Super excited. We have no idea what it's going to look like either.
I know. He's like, just let me do my thing. We're like, all right, no problem. So you guys are probably wondering where we're going to mount this screen. Well, we got a really cool surprise for you because we actually got one of those Mad Jack's Cruise steering wheels, and I'm not a big fan of this steering wheel, to be honest with you. It's kind of cheese, so we're gonna have to do something about it, like maybe leather wrap it or something. But look what we did. We 3D printed a bezel, and we're actually gonna mount the screen for the battery monitor in the steering wheel. So the battery power monitor screen is going to be right there. So you get complete access to all your battery information right there in the middle of the steering wheel. I thought that was super cool.
Super cool.
Extremely hard to do, but we managed to do it. We got our little Cart Life logos, and again, this is it's like a sample piece, but it does fits real nice. And we're going to be printing a final version of this pretty soon. And then coming up with how we're going to wire it into the steering wheel through the steering column. And this is a golf cart one, so it's going to be pretty challenging. Got a couple ideas, but I think we'll be able to figure it out. I'll take that off for now. Put that back in there. That's pretty cool. Looking forward to that. I guess we'll look at over here now, because we did a lot of wiring on the golf cart. So we know inside here we have our aux beam. Here, we got a fuse panel here, we got a relay, and we have our 25 amp drop down converter that Lithium Rhino gives you. This relay works our airbag system, so we don't have direct power running through the switch panel. The aux beam, what it does is it activates the relay, and then that sends the power to the air system. So not to overpower the aux beam. We actually had to use another power inverter on this. So this battery is actually powering two drop-down converters, a 50 amp, just for our air system. So we don't get any interference or any issues with the air system. We have a 50 amp 72 to 12 volt converter here that is only for the air system. That way when the air system clicks in, we're not getting any kind of flickering of underbody lights or anything else. It's completely separated from the 25 amp that's going to be running like the light kit, the underbody lighting, any kind of light bars, and all the LED stuff that this golf cart is going to be running. And I think that's the best way to do it. We did test it with just the 25, and the draw from that compressor.
The compressor wouldn't even kick.
It wasn't happy at all. It was just like, we thought we burnt it out, and it really wasn't. Just the fact that 25 amps wasn't enough for the compressor and the whole air system to work. So the entire air system, everything about it runs off of this 50 amp 76 volt to 12 volt drop down converter. Ran all kinds of power cables. Everything is getting really nice and neat here. Over here, this is the controller for the underbody lighting. If you look here, I actually cut every single one of these leads. There's 8 of them on this. I cut them. I took about like several feet out of each one, and it's perfect. It just
that took you like an hour just to do that, right?
It was an hour.
More.
It was like 2 hours.
Yeah,
it was like 2 hours.
Because I left and you called me like 2 hours later and was like, I just finished.
This is the this is like the power on off button for the Oracle underbody lights. I'm going to like override this switch too. It's 2 wires that run here. It's just like an on off button. I'm just going to probably clip this side of those together so that they're always on. They just turn on with the aux beam power, kind of like that. There you go. Got 8 of them under this golf cart. It looks completely awesome.
She lights up, that's for sure.
Yeah. So we got all of our wiring done back here. Again, this is Molex plugs. We have some space left over for additional wires for these 2 switches down here. Started to run wiring back. This is our harness. Still going to have to extend all of this back to the controller where that's getting mounted, and we're going to show you guys that in a little while too. So that's going to be a really cool surprise. And then over here, put some terminal blocks in, just so the wire is super neat and clean and everything's organized, because there is so much going on with this golf cart. Now, because we mounted the aux beam here with the fuses and the relays for all of our accessories, it's like impossible to get in here to hook stuff up and everything else. So to be extremely neat and organized, we put everything in color order so we know like what every one of these wires is for and where it's going. These are all of our accessory wires. These wires up here come through this bundle here and go directly into the aux beam and get connected to switches 1 through 8 that run off the aux beam at the front there, at the controller wire and everything else. It's really nice. So as we hook accessories up, we're going to run color wire to each one to match these, so we know like the red is wire number 1. That runs the relay for the air system. Then we have this blue wire, which is the second one down. It's really switch 5, but I call it 2 because of the location. It is just something I do. I'm weird. The blue goes to the underbody lighting, so we know that too. So then our next accessory will probably be orange, and then it'll go to purple, and then yellow, and then brown, and you know, back and forth until we have the whole bank filled with all of the accessories we're putting in this golf cart. This right here is just a ground block. Just undo these little things. So all of our grounds for all of the accessories are going to be nice and neat here, running off this ground block. So we can just bring all the grounds up, and every ground will be separate and have its own place to connect right there. I think that's as neat as anyone could have done this.
Yeah.
Maybe it's overdone. I don't know, but it works and it's clean, and we'll be able to hide pretty much all of the wiring. So if you come around here, Joe, and you get a shot down in here. So down in here, we have all of our accessories mounted, and it's super clean. So this is all you're gonna see in this golf cart. We're gonna like try and have as many of the wires hidden as possible. And that's kind of where we're at right now. We got a lot of stuff to do still. We got like, Joe picked up a ton of stuff from Powder Coat the other day. We got to mount like the side steps. We got a brush guard that got powder coated, a bunch of accessories got to get put back together and mounted. We have to mount our controller, which is going to be a challenge because we're running out of space, but we have some ideas for that. We actually powder coated our Jake's disc brake bracket. We're going to mount that too because I don't want you to drive this golf cart without front brakes, Joe. I'm just like, after Sean's cart the other day, doing like a 4-foot wheelie by accident, that was only a 6 kilowatt motor or 600 amp controller.
Brakes ain't gonna keep the front end on the ground.
But you'll be able to stop it, I think, better. And I think that's important. So I think we're gonna spend some time fabricating a front brake kit for this air ride suspension, which just needs to be done. Other than that, I think that's everything that's been updated on this. Everything works. The air system works. We have it on switches and we have it on a remote, so we can work it when we're not like sitting in the golf cart, which is nice. And yeah, I guess that's it. I think what we need to do now is kind of like probably start like putting things together so we know where we're going to be able to mount the controller. So we have the tub. We got to put that on. We have to fit the front body. We still haven't even figured out what we're doing with that. Right?
Nope.
And,
couple options, but nothing. We just gotta start putting stuff together and figuring it out as we go.
That's it. So.
At least we're to that point where we can start putting it together.
Yeah. All right. Cool. Well, why don't we throw the tub on and start trying to figure some things out? But super happy that everything works here. Got our silver Rhino battery button right there. It's gonna shut everything down right now like that, and that's it. Moving on.
Nice.
You like that thing, huh?
Yeah, I just want to see if it was flush.
It's pretty cool. They give us standoffs to install it also. We're gonna have to hang that on the wall, but all right, so we got our tub here, right here, and we're gonna kind of try and get that into place right now. Might be a pain in the butt, but once it's in place, we'll have a better idea of where we'll be able to fit this.
And how much we'll have to cut.
Yeah. So we ran into our first issue putting the tub in, and it just doesn't fit. So I think our only option to get this tub on is to put it on and with the wheels off. So we're gonna jack it up, pop these wheels off real quick, put the tub on and put the wheels back on and see where we're at, right?
Yep.
What else can we do?
Nothing. That's it.
We got the wheels off, guys. Went to drop the tub, and what are you doing?
you can see, this battery is about 1.5 inches back.
We did not take that into consideration when we dropped this thing in here, that it was extended out past the tub. I don't know how we missed that. But
I mean, we're the whole way forward, so.
yeah, it's a big battery. So I guess we got to do some trimming of this tub now. I think the good thing is that might be the only piece we need to trim. What's also kind of cool about it is it's going to completely conceal all the wires in the back of the battery too.
Yep.
Pretty neat, right?
Yes, it is. It's pretty much to the top of the round part. Take it right along. I mean, I'd like to keep that roundness on there so it sits over the top. If you go to the top of that, it's gonna be.
If it'll fit. Will it fit with the round?
Yeah, right there is the mark.
All right, yeah. Go straight there, keep the round. We could always finish it with some edge guard too, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Make it look nice. The saw edge doesn't look too good. Crazy. What do you think?
It's good. Circular saw saves the day again.
Yeah.
Cuts metal, plastic.
Sometimes wood.
Rarely cuts wood.
All right, let's try and fit this thing again, see where we're at. Hopefully it goes right down now.
Should be pretty freaking close. Until it stops. Until it hits.
So, we got more cutting to do.
Yes, we do.
We got close.
It sucks because it looks so good there.
I know, it's really nice. Close but no cigar. What we're gonna have to do is actually probably cut here because we're about 1 inch off, and that's about the same. Like, look at that.
One good thing of this, you can always attach this to the tub now too to give this more support.
Yeah. Yep. All right, that's good. Let's mark that up.
All right.
I like that. I don't like it, but I like it. Does that make sense?
Yep.
All right. That was fun. It doesn't look awesome, but it will look fine when
The body guy will get to it.
the body guy will get to it. The body guy's problem.
Yep.
The important thing is we can get it to fit. Good?
Yep.
So guys, we tried to fit the tub on again, and our clearance is good in the front here. We just couldn't get it to sit. We're like racking our brains because it lined up with the back of the bumper and everything else. And we noticed that we were actually hitting here. We had the Oracle lights mounted underneath here, and they were stepped out about 1/2 inch, and that 1/2 inch was killing us because that tub like basically rests right against the shock mount here, where the airbag system is now mounted. So what we did was we re-drilled our mounting plates, and we just kind of moved the light about, what, 1/2 inch closer to the front of the golf cart.
Yep. That's all we needed, because I can show them here. This one's still loose. It was like that.
Now,
I'll make it back like that.
yeah,
That's all we needed.
Solve the problem, 1/2 inch.
Yeah.
We used some little plastic spacers to back them off because the bolt head was in the way, and that's it.
Yeah, man. Time to move on.
I think so. A lot of fitment issues.
As we go.
Fitment issues, right?
Yep.
But totally custom. Tub is on, guys. So now, what do you think, dude? Where's that controller? We gotta pull that out.
I don't
Where is it? I think it's in that box right there above the Rhino soundbars. Yeah, so guys, so the next thing we have to figure out, because it is time to start wiring up this motor, is where the hell we're gonna put this controller. And it's a big boy. There she is, guys. 850 amp.
And another Navitas sticker.
Another,
Oh, 2 of them.
yeah, Navitas is good, dude. Shout out to them. They like to provide stickers.
I need one.
We
I
need
don't think I
stickers.
have one.
We need more stickers for the fridge here. But this is it. Where do you guys think we should mount it? Brainstorming, guys. Brainstorm.
Yeah.
See the smoke? You know, let's get a close up of the smoke on Joe's head. What do you think, dude?
I don't know, man. That thing is huge.
Maybe this wasn't the best idea.
You don't want anything else in here. It's so clean.
No, imagine how stupid it would look in here with those massive battery cables running in there.
It's ridiculous.
Underneath?
Oh, there's no room in there. It'd be nice if we'd screw it to the back of the battery.
That would be a good spot, right to the back of the battery. It comes straight down into the first terminal. But no.
What about a utility bed?
Race truck?
Yep. We could do something like that and put a false bottom in it. Mount everything in the bed.
Dude, like 90s stereo style?
Yeah.
You know what? Let's do it, dude.
Cartoons.
Race truck.
I think it would be pretty cool. It'll be the only one at the show, and I guarantee it's full custom airbag truck.
Let's do it. Oh, man. That's a... Dude.
It's a good idea.
Killer idea. Can we put a spoiler on it?
We have to put a spoiler on it.
Yes.
It's going to be a freaking 90s lowrider truck.
Oh, that's going to be awesome. All right. Let's do it.
All right. More stuff to order.
Let's go. All right, guys. So we decided we're going to mount... This is going to be cool. Race truck, right?
Yep.
Race truck. 2-seat race truck.
Yeah, we don't need 4 seats. We ain't going to be hauling anyone around on this thing.
No, we need a roll cage, if anything. But we got it on the ground for the first time in probably, what, 2 months?
I
And
don't remember it ever being on the ground in a long time.
we got to wait for some parts. So I think what we're going to do is kind of just probably air it down.
You're not going to be able to go too far.
And we're going to have to kind of draw a line where we're going to have to tub out the tub, right?
But we do have fender flares.
Oh yeah, we're definitely going to need fender flares on this thing. Look how wide the tire is off that
Well,
thing.
I know, but it's just...
I'm going to turn the air on real quick. So we have some motion.
Take this off so it don't hit the ground.
I'm just going to air this out. Oh, dude. Look at...
It lifts the top.
That looks awesome. Should we air out the front?
Got some cutting to do.
It's going to get lower looking, for sure.
Yeah, do we have the rear flare?
So what is that? Oh, that's yeah. I think that's them. So we actually went ahead and we got onward flares for this thing, just because they remind me of like the Liberty Walk. That looks really cool, dude. Look at that. Guys, check this out.
I was really hoping they
Oh man,
wired.
that's actually not bad though, Joe. That's kind of like...
We can make it look however we want. That has to go there. That's the thing.
This is the
See
spot.
that?
Yeah, it lines up right there. So guys, these are the OEM onward flares. And I like these because they don't have those pocket screws, right? They're still screw holes, and we'll figure that out. Maybe we'll rivet it on and then body fill over it.
Yeah, these are going to
So
be
it looks
part of
super
it.
smooth. but they remind me of like the Liberty Walk body kits from Japan. Like they put on like the 458 Ferraris and they make them for like the C8 Corvette. I know it's an OEM club car Fender flare, but it's way cooler than the ones that are typically on Precedents and Tempos and stuff, right?
Make this blend into the body.
That's definitely got to blend into the tub. So the body, it's got to stop here because the body's going to clip in there.
Right, stops right there.
But we could rivet that in, and dude, that looks so tucked.
We can actually do whatever we want.
But I think what we have to do is figure out how much of that tub we could cut out now, and draw a line. And is today the day we're gonna cut it?
Dude, we can cut like 3 inches out of there if we have to.
Well, we have to because it needs to drop.
And then are we gonna have enough? That's gonna be tight on that.
Well, it's aired out. It's not gonna be driven like this, you know.
No, I
so
know.
it's. God, it looks so cool.
How much do we need? Like 2 inches.
I think 2 inches.
And that'll give us plenty of room.
2 inches will do it.
2 inches to get everything mounted, and then when I go to paint, I can mount the fender flares and whatever's hanging off in the back.
We'll shave it. Yeah, after this is epoxied on or whatever. Yeah. Wow, dude, that's gonna be so cool. The air system's on. There's lights in there when the air system's on. Wired that up long time ago now.
Seems like forever.
Forever ago, yeah. All right, let's cut this tub.
I'm ready. Let's do it.
Part number.
Dude.
Like a drywaller.
Bro.
I know none of my drywaller buddies are watching, but they taught me that.
Back in Pennsylvania. That LED sign is so sick. I can't wait to get that on the wall.
I know, it's so cool. We're taking 2 inches.
2 inches. Nice. We got the line, dude. How's it going?
It's not easy to cut. You did change that blade, right?
Brand new.
Look at it.
You want a more hefty blade in that thing, dude?
Why is the plastic killing this blade?
That's wild. Ow, it's hot.
Yeah, but it's tough.
Let's get a more hefty one. This is a brand new tub.
Not too bad.
It's like wide open now.
I mean, it doesn't matter, but it's still, that's a pretty good cut.
Hold the fender up on there. Where is it? Dude. Now we got it. That is cool.
That's aired up the whole way.
That's aired up, yeah. Plenty of clearance aired up.
Okay, let me cut the other side, and then we'll pull it up, and then I'll cut that back part off.
Sounds like a plan.
And then see what it looks like dropped.
Can't wait.
It's crazy that plastic can do that to a freaking
So weird,
metal
dude. There's
blade.
got to be some like kind of like fiberglass or something in this.
I don't know. It kills
It's
the blades.
I think it's like some sort of a composite. But yeah, it just
close.
shoot, it just destroys.
Destroys.
Destroys wood
Same
blades.
thing. That's why I see you were a little nervous.
Yeah, I was a little nervous. I have to be honest, but
I see that there now.
it looks good.
Same way.
Yeah. All right, let's get that last notch made.
Yep.
Oh, dude, what's up?
Was that not the perfect
Oh,
cut?
you nailed it.
What a guess.
2 inches.
Yep.
Oh,
my God. I
man.
was so lucky.
That looks so cool.
Have we ever make a drag cart? There it is. No fender flares. Just let the tires stick out the back like that.
Yeah, I love that.
That's it.
Is it all the way out? Air it out? Air it out. Let's see what happens.
Just crunching the tub.
Bag life. Kind of like it's sitting on the tire, dude.
Oh, it's stuck. It lifted the tub up.
Oh, it did. Shoot.
Alright. Yeah.
Does it flex out?
Yeah, I was gonna say too.
Oh, you want to build it out more? I got an idea too. Why don't you take a piece of that strip? Guys, so this is kind of uncharted territory for us. We're not airbag cart professionals. Just kind of going with the flow here and trying to get this fender to fit. Not really worried about like the gappage too much because we have the best body guy in the world at our disposal who's going to assist us in, you know, finishing and fiberglassing and doing whatever else. I know fiberglass probably won't work on plastic, but just trying to get these fenders to fit in a way where, wow, dude, that looks really good
Right
too.
there is where it needs to go. You can keep that. Just bring the back.
And then we'll just have to fill patch right here. And
Is
fill.
it down?
Here, screws.
That's down.
Uh-oh.
I mean, no one says we can't go up onto the body either.
It's true.
I just don't like that gap. I want it to be like that.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, it has to be like that. What we'll have to do is build out. We cut so much of that tub away back there. You see that?
Yeah, it's okay.
Get filled that.
I mean, we're gonna have to have some stuff done. So, like, we might even have to cut, get a better bend. You know what I mean? Because it's designed to be there. And if we go down like that, it's like.
Yeah. We might have to call Jim the Body.
Yeah.
Get him to come over.
Help us pre-fit it, get it mocked up, and then hopefully the best brother in the world decides to just take that over to a shop.
He's such a good guy. He's so smart and handsome.
Farther forward. I just like the looks of that side.
I think they both look pretty good. But it's nice we mocked that up, so we know what we're doing with our tub now. That's good.
That
Right?
thought was gonna take forever, and it took us longer to put the tub on than fenders.
Really cool. That looks so cool. What a cool look. And I know you guys are probably like, what are these yahoos doing? How are they gonna get this to work? And we don't really know either. But but it's really cool. It's coming out great. It's really coming out great. All right, I think let's air it up, put it back on the dollies, and let's call it a video, man. That was a lot of work, believe it or not. I know we didn't really do too much. We fit the tub.
That was a lot.
We had to modify the lights back there. Did a walkthrough on the wiring. We showed off our futuristic steering wheel with battery monitor. What are you doing? Oh yeah, that piece. Super cool. Yeah, I'm glad we got that.
That might take care of our this issue here.
I really like that piece. I think this is made by Jake's, believe it or not. It's amazing we were
That's
able.
why it doesn't fit.
Yeah, it fits without the
Just
fit. You're not though. We saw it in the catalog and decided to get it because we thought it would be like cool to add a little bit more body to the back of our cart here. And we're gonna do a fancy paint job with that, I think, right?
We'll
I
see.
think Jim will have fun with that. He'll see that and be like, ooh, I can do this and this. So that's cool. Yeah, that looks nice, dude. That's gonna, once that's all on together. Yeah. So this is meant to be like a repair bumper for a tub that got rear-ended, or to add a little bit more body or plastic to the back.
Yeah.
And I thought it just looked cool as like an accessory, right?
Yeah.
Almost looks like Arrow for the golf cart. So we're gonna paint that too and get that put on also with the rear end here. We're getting close though. So we gotta get the truck bed stuff, right?
Yeah.
We gotta figure out how we're gonna mount the controller. We gotta mount the solenoid back there, probably a massive fuse. We gotta extend our wire harness back there. We gotta make cables, right?
Lots of cables.
And we should probably mount some sound bars somewhere too.
We got plenty of room in the truck bed.
Let's do it.
Long day, guys. Got a lot done though. I'm super happy where we're at now with the golf cart. I feel like we're actually making some nice progress on the airbag machine.
Besides wiring.
Gotta wait for some parts to come in, of course, but we're lucky. Our guy Rob hooks us up. We get them overnight from Jacksonville.
Yep.
I feel like Fast and the Furious overnight parts from Japan. Right? Remember that line?
Yeah. We're happy with them now.
Yeah, he's been doing
For
good.
now.
You're doing good, Rob. Thank you. But we're in a good spot now. We got the tub on, the back's mocked up. Dude, that looks.
It looks good.
It looks so good.
He's got a fat ass.
It is incredible. We're just gonna keep hammering it home, guys. So if you got any ideas for us with the airbag card here, you got something you want to see done, something we're doing wrong, let us know.
I'm sure we'll get a lot of wrong.
I know you guys aren't shy. We appreciate it.
We do love it.
We're gonna keep moving on this thing, and we'll catch you guys next time. Don't forget to subscribe to Cart Life TV and check out lowspeedliving.com. Boom, awesome hats in the online store right now, and I guess that's it. We're gonna see you guys soon. We got another cool video coming up in just a few days.
Peace.